What's up, everybody? FatBoy Dan here. I am at the Terre Haute Academy Sports and Outdoors. I'll tell you what, man. Y'all know the Googans. Y'all love the Googan squad. Y'all love any of the baits, the rods, anything that they use. Y'all love to eat that up. I'll tell you what, it seems like just yesterday when I was in that conference call and they was asking about, what do you think about the Googan lineup? One of the things I said, the Googans are a YouTube dream. Everybody dreams of being on YouTube and making it big in the fishing world, you know, YouTube especially. Them boys are definitely doing it. I'll tell you what, man, when they asked about that, I was like, you know what? Get it. Anything from them is going to be hot. When we got the soft baits in, I knew that it was going to be, you know, a hot market. And I knew that they would sell out faster than anything else because it's like you and me. We can walk into somewhere and say, hey, boom, here's somebody I watched on YouTube. You know, little kids growing up. They sit there watching them. They want to be like a Googan. Tell you what, guys, you already know we got some of the baits. But let me tell you a little bit about Goody right here. We're going to open up right now. The valve right there, there's a big old box. What's it going to be in this big old box? I know what's going to be in there, but let's get right into it, man. The Googan lineup here at Academy Sports and Outdoors. We now have the fishing line. Let's take a little look inside this. See exactly what's in here. I know what's in here. I know what's in here. Do you know? Y'all been waiting on it? Wow. There it is right there. Ooh, look at them goodies. Ooh, it's a Googan line. Ooh, look at this. We got the braid and the fluorocarbon when it comes to it. Check it out. Fluorocarbon. Bam. The braid, the Googan line braid, you know, 65 pound. Whether it's cat fishing all the way to bass fishing, the braid line is very good. But let's take a little look, man. Let's take a little bit of a closer look into this and see exactly what this is all about. Here we go. Let's see what we got in this little box. So, right off the bat, the Googan squad, 8 times braid. And you're probably thinking, what is 8 times? Is 8 times what? Is it going to be the diameter or something? No, actually, the braid, when it comes into it, is actually 8 strands. The more, I should say, let's see, the more strands that goes into a line, the better, the smoothest, the more roundness of it is. Back in the days, a lot of braids were actually flat. So they would lay on the spool and then they would kind of flip sideways in this way as you would be reeling it back in. And then your kettle cast, your line would get a lot more snagged up. Now the industry has came up with the 8 strand. I've even seen 9s coming out. But I'll tell you what, man, let's talk a little bit about this line. This is actually the Googan squad in collaboration with Catchco. Catchco makes good stuff. They're backing the Googan squad up. So when it comes to it, man, let's just pull some of these out and see exactly what's all in here. Ooh, 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 ooh. So, you know, the need a wide variety of line when it comes to it. Let's go ahead and grab all this Power Pro out. Well, not really Power Pro, but we're going to say it's a Googan line. But it's going to be like a Power. Because, you know, a lot of guys do fish that Power Pro like myself. I use Power Pro because Power Pro has been one of the top leaders when it comes to it. But I'm hearing a lot of good feedback on the Googan line versus the Power Pro. I'm going to find that out very, very soon. So when they was doing it, I was like, okay, what's some of the tests that, you know, people are going to be actually using? Whether it's the 15, the 20. Let's see what else is in there. 65, and of course you got 50. Myself, I love throwing 65. It doesn't matter where it's at. I just love the 65. Whether you're throwing frogs on there, and what's a good advantage about throwing braid is when you got your bait casting, you know, you got your little bait casting back over here, like this right here, like the frog rod. You know, it's strapped up with braids. You casting out, you casting as far as you can go. You know, with the other line, when you go to set that hook and you like way out in the distance, like you across the lake, you ain't even supposed to be casting that far, but you casting that far because of the line you're using. So when you're out there and you hop it back off that bank like a real frog, traditional frog would do, would hop off the bank into the water and you're gonna let it sit before you twitch it, like, you know. So when you're gonna set that hook, when that big bass actually smashes your line with like monofilament and stuff like that that actually has stretch, when you're gonna set that hook and you rev back, you know, you lean with it, what happens? Monofilament of the line is gonna stretch as that bass grows. That's not going to allow you to get that deep penetration on that hook set. So that's when the braid situation comes in handy. So that braid ain't got no stretch in it. So it ain't stretching. So when you lean back and you set that hook 50 yards out, bam, that hook is penetrating into that mondo bass and hooking it in the jaw. Bow, you got it. That's where the monofilament and the fails to do, while the braid can do that in another line. But that's when I use braid, man. And as well, they always say braid's not always good for this or that. Each situation calls for different situations. In the the waters you fish. Let me put that bad boy up. But that's one factor about it. And then another good factor with the braid is when you are fishing it around cover, vegetation, some of the greenness. Oh, that is green. Let's take a little gander what's inside of this. So there it is. This is the 50 pound right here. The 50 pound right off the bat is looking pretty good. Very similar to the Power Pro in the color combination. I do believe this is gonna be very good. Okay, I can kind of see where it's a little cut where the end of the spool is, so it does have, definitely got the 8 strands in it. That is nice. It's kind of like when you braid your hair. If you have like 2 braids, you do like a little ponytail and you braid them up. And then you're like, okay, well that's cool. But then when you go to that braid like this, like you taking all your braid and you just crossing it like that, you're gonna be a lot more powerful. So let's talk a little bit about the line real quick. Here we go. Very similar. Oh man, this is gonna be good. So, get that bad boy back in that box. All right. So here we go. We got the 65 Power Pro, the Googan Squad. We need the line we can trust, and that is very true. So when we teamed up with the Ketchco, the Googans that is, when they teamed up with them, and a well-known Japanese manufacturer, y'all know back in the day, Japanese, anything they made was supreme. Now line that are being made today are made from Japan and other makers like that. Some of the good line on the market. So I'm with you guys on that. Japan makes great products. Whether it was toys back in the day or fishing stuff today, you know they make the good stuff. So then the manufacturer to create high quality line that can dangle for days and stand up to the mondos, like we're talking about them big mondo bass, because y'all know we dream about catching them big mondo bass. So then, you know what this is? It is a moss green, like I was showing you, a moss green. So that way, if you're in that moss vegetation, you got a little bit of line that's going to blend in. Or you sitting there on them lily pads, the pad grasses, the moss grasses, that green line is going to give a little bit of camouflage to it, and the bass is going to be like, what is this? What is this? And then bam, they hit that frog. They hit that top water bait you throwing. It's going to be incredible. So it's going to be coming in at 125 yards. 125 yards will spool just about any kind of bait caster you're going to throw it on. I don't really recommend braid. For spinning reels, that's where your bait casters come into line. Now this has a diameter. Let's see what the diameter is. As a 0.17, which is not bad at all. That's very, very thin kind of. That is very thin. So that's the Googan line right there, man. On the braid, definitely very good on that. But then you guys are out there throwing some of them crankbaits, and you're like, hey, I want to throw a crankbait. You want to get that deep dive crankbait down to the bottom of the water or midway range. And one thing you like about crankbaits, you really don't want your line to show. Monofilament and stuff like that. It's going to be a little bit more flotation. Going to make your crankbait not really run true like it should be. That's when the fluorocarbon is going to come in. A lot of times throwing jigs and stuff like that, you want that natural presentation, and you want that baby to flop, but you don't want the bass in your line. Bass probably don't know what the line is, but they're still thinking they might see something that may just affect it. You want to feel more confidence about it. That's when you're going to throw that fluorocarbon. The fluorocarbon right here, you're going to get 200 yards of it. Fluorocarbon, what does it exactly do? You're probably asking yourself, or maybe you already know. The fluorocarbon is actually going to disappear when it hits the water. It's like a magic trick. As soon as it hits the water, it's like, bah! You can see it, now you don't. Very good, 200 yards coming in a diameter of 0.14. That's another good diameter line. 17 pound, very incredible. I love 17 pound myself. This is baits for days, bud. Look at this. This is baits for days. I mean, there's so much more line in there. So you got the 20, the 20, the 10. So we might as well do it this way, the 10. Then we got the, where's that 20 at? Then you got that 20. Then you got that 15, because maybe you don't want the other one. Then you got that 17. Then you got that 20, right? Bow. Then that's pretty good though right there. So that's kind of cover your bases, because anything heavier than 20, that's kind of when you want to step it up to the braid situation, because 20 is like the max you want to run. That's if you into them rocks, because that fluorocarbon does have great abrasion resistance. Also, like I was saying, you in some little rocks and stuff like that, you got them little jigs popping and flopping throughout the rocks. The fluorocarbon is basically going to absorb the water, and that's kind of what makes it that disappearing future with it. But I'll tell you what, man, if you guys are definitely looking for some of the line, you're going to have to get up to your local Academy Sports and Outdoors, because right there it is, the Googan Line. My question is to y'all, which one do y'all like? Do y'all like the monofilament? Do you like the fluorocarbon? Do you like the braid? Each line calls for different situations when it comes to it. Me personally, I love braid. I love braid because a lot of the stuff I'm throwing, I love top order action because it explodes. Then there's times when I'm running them crankbaits, them jigs, I want to get up into it, and I want to get that line disappearing. And that's that fluorocarbon. You can't, that really don't even show justice as how good it really looks. But it's definitely good. Definitely good. Well, that's definitely good. Ooh, I like that. I like that. So the Googan guys are definitely doing something right there with the line. I know y'all are probably thinking, put them on the shelf, FatBoy, put them on the shelf. Because you guys are going to be coming down here clearing it out. I'll tell you what, man, there's going to be more stuff coming to Academy Sports and Outdoors from the Googan lineup that y'all already know. You love their Mondo baits. You already love their trench hogs, the banditos, the worms. I mean, come on. Googans, when you going to have your own hooks? I mean, otherwise than that, man, you can see some of the goodies behind me. Academy Sports and Outdoors. If you ain't after the Googan line, they probably got your other line you love. But I tell you what, man, if you guys are definitely looking for the line, man, get down to your local Academy Sports and Outdoors. Whether it's in Terre Haute, Indiana, or any of the other ones, definitely look for this on your shelf. And if you ain't got it yet, definitely request it because it's about to happen. 2020's here, baby, and I'll tell you what, the lineup's going to get even fresh. Oh, are you seeing these? Oh, you seeing these new rods behind me? Are you seeing? What is that? Y'all know what that reel is? Y'all know what that is? Well, we're gonna do a separate video on that. Y'all know about that. Some of y'all probably dropped them, but I'll tell you what, it ain't going nowhere. It's gonna be here. Tell you what, man, until another episode of FatBoy Dan's Great Outdoors, I will see you guys somewhere in the great outdoors, whether it's in the woods or on the water, and y'all live to fish and fish to live. Y'all come back now, you hear?